What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Just Kiro here. And today I kind of want to give a little bit, it's going to be a quick one. This is a bit of a PSA to all you Web3 game developers out there. There's a couple things you guys have, there's a couple of plot points that you guys seem to be missing with a lot of these blockchain games that I've been seeing. And you know what? I think the first thing I could say to a lot of you, because there's a lot of really, really cool ideas out there, but I mean, the vast majority of you guys are just in it for the money, for the token raises and the NFT raises, because you put so much work into your white paper and into, you know, trying to appease and appeal to investors and you've done nothing about, addressing the actual like project itself, and what's going to give it and determine its value is going to be whether or not players play it, and whether or not, whichever it might be, whether you require an NFT to play, which I think you got to be really careful when you do that, because you can't logically be charging more than a standard retail price for a game, which is $60-$70. That's that's what people are happy to pay. So you gotta, you hear NFT and you might think to yourself, oh my god, they want me to pay 23 ETH to play a game. No, obviously that's an unreasonable thing to do and to ever expect. And if you do expect it, I please jump off of the highest ledge that you can find anywhere near you, because what's your player base? 4 fucking rich dudes? Who's gonna pay that to play a game? So first and foremost, stop devoting so much time and effort into a white paper. It's the gamers that you really need to start appealing to, because investors are starting to wise up to to the kind of nature of these things and these games. They take a look at things and they start to realize, just because Axie work doesn't mean you're gonna work. And I'm hoping more and more investors take a bit more of a keen interest and take a better look at some games, because I know a lot of games that have raised an insane amount of money and I don't even know, failed to deliver is enough of a term. They've just I don't want to go so far as calling them rug pulls, but they're really not that far off of it. There's a lot of them out there that it just seems like, there might be a rug to pull, but I'm really hoping that's not the case. I really just think that they're, um, overpromise a lot of people, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to say names. I've There's some games I straight up just dislike, and I think I've been pretty public about how I feel about Citus, and I know that they've raised a significant amount of money, and I just don't see them. I just don't understand where they're putting that money at all at the moment, because it's just I just don't want to say it's bad, because I don't even think that's enough. It's not just about being bad. It's just, it feels I don't want to say malicious, but it just feels so off. There's something going on that I just don't like. I'd be happy to be proven wrong. I'm not coming at, I'm not accusing, I'm not saying anything like that. Just my personal feelings in the matter, and I've been pretty public about those. So PSA to all you guys. Oh, big one for you. Big one. Please stop calling yourself AAA. Please stop saying you're building a AAA game. All right? You're not AAA, nor are you close to AAA. You're talking about trying to build a game in 6 months to a year, trying to raise $1 million, $2 million, and saying that you're gonna build. And you're not AAA. You're not even close to AAA. All right, you're barely AA at this point. So the way that there's AAA is a classification for things like FIFA and the Assassin's Creed games, where you're talking about a minimum $50 million of money going into development of that game. And I mean, FIFA might not be the greatest example, because I feel like at this point they just release the same game every year. But whatever, I'm not a FIFA expert to get into it. I just don't understand. they would have been way better off because they try. I don't know. They do FIFA as like both, an annual title, but they also kind of treat it as a games for a service. But then, if you're going with the games for a service model, why are you trying to rebuild something that is redundant every 12 months? Like if you do game of a service, you could just do one FIFA and it'll be like constantly update. I don't know. That's just me. Um, that's just me. I mean, you're doing game of the service anyway. Everybody's paying ass loads of microtransactions, but like that's kind of off topic. AAA games, we talk about, Assassin's Creed, GTA 5. I think GTA 5 costs somewhere between 150 to 500 million dollars to make. Like I think it's 150 million dollars in development. The rest was like in marketing and other assorted costs. But development alone, 150 million dollars. That's a AAA game. Assassin's Creed numbers not there, but a lot more than 50 million went into development of Assassin's Creed. That's a AAA game. Far Cry, another example. I just gave a lot of Ubisoft. Not Demon's Souls, sorry, Elden Ring. I mean, I didn't even know. Like, Elden Ring is definitely a AAA game. The marketing, the quality of it, and wow, like, this is a masterpiece. But I'm a bit of a FromSoft fanboy. God of War, hundreds of millions went into developing those. Those are AAA games, and I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the games that I just said, like God of War and Elden Ring, like Elden Ring does have multiplayer, but it's I guess it's primarily a single player focused game, although multiplayer is huge in it. But God of War, that's not even like that game is so linear in the sense that it's just a story that you play start to finish. I mean, GTA you could argue the same, but sandbox open world nature kind of makes that redundant. Yeah, those are AAA games. A AA game, I would say something like Life is Strange. Something that costs some. I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I think Life is Strange cost $4 million or something around that to make. Probably more, to be honest. The number I have in my head, I'm not sure if it was the full thing or I don't know what. There was a budget for it and it cost $4 million. That's still a significant amount of money, and you're talking about a game that is AA, right? Still, you're not even close to a AAA. AAA, I'd say, unless you spent 50 million minimum on it, you're not talking AAA at all. And Life is Strange, just so we're clear here, is a masterpiece. Like, it's an incredible game, very unique, very unique gameplay as well. Like, it's very much story based. It's very much, like what do you see on the screen? It kind of reminds me of those. There are AAA versions of them. Things like Detroit Become Human and what's the horror one with the Wendigos where Rami Malek was there? I think Rami Malek's been in a couple of them. What's his? I forgot. Anyway, until dawn. I forgot. Doesn't matter. Anyway, those are still like, I mean, I don't know about those ones, but like Life is Strange, for example, that's a AA game. There's a lot of like pretty big games that you'd be surprised. I think Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, the first one at least, I think that was AA. That was a much smaller studio as well, much smaller teams. That's another difference between AAA. You're talking about a minimum team size of 50 to 100 employees. That's where you're starting at. Like some games have 500-600 people working on them. That is a AAA game. So stop. You're not AAA. AA, you're probably barely even that. And then you go into indie territory where indie games could be made from, one person to 10, 20 people, pretty small teams, budgets between, like, I don't know, I want to say zero, but, like, obviously everything costs something like $100 to $1 million. That's the kind of budget range that you're talking about for indie games. And, I mean, obviously, most of them are in the 5-digit territory, if that. Like indie games doesn't have that much money in it. It's usually much more, they're most often very much passion projects, or games made on like RPG Maker. Those are indie games as well, and they're fantastic. They can have incredible plots. Like some of them will blow your mind. Another example, I'm not even sure if what to call it. I can't remember the studio's name. The guys that made Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Soma. I don't know if they made anything after Soma, but those guys, I don't even know if I'd call they're somewhere between indie and double. They're probably the high end of indie games, maybe like the low end of AA games, somewhere in the middle. I mean, for sure they were indie when Amnesia first came out before it blew up. But anyway, I feel like I've gone on like 1,800 tangents now. But all you Web3 devs out there, stop calling your game AAA. You're not fooling anybody. And for all you investors out there who are being fooled by these, like I've broken it down for you. That's what determines indie. Well, not like really determines, but this is the kind of category that a AAA, a double A, and an indie is. Like you've got some pretty clear differences between them, so that you can better identify when people are coming at you and telling you they have a AAA game. Don't give them money because they don't have a AAA game. If they come at you and they tell you we're building a double A game or an indie game, then yeah, all right, that I'm willing to buy. You know, just do your due diligence. Stop giving everybody money, because you make it a lot harder for the people who have incredible things in the works and incredible like ideas and teams. You're making it harder for them because you're making it easy for everyone else. And I'm telling you right now, 99%. I've worked with, like, I want to say I've been in contact with close to 600 to 1,000 different projects, and I swear to you, maybe 10 of them to 15 of them still exist today. Like, that was my job at one point. Like, just don't be fooled. All right, just do your due diligence. Make sure that you know what you're kind of investing in, because at the end of the day, if everything that they do is appealing to an investor, then they haven't even given the project that much thought. You know, like, and like the worst thing I've ever seen is I've seen games and projects come in. And they want to do marketing, and they want to pay for marketing, but they're not marketing the game to the gamers. They're marketing the game as an investment to investors. They're literally paying for marketing, but to be marketed like that what? Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, that shit, that like, if I like, dude, honestly, if I see that, I'm just that project straight in the red bin. You know, like, that is the biggest red flag you will ever see. You know, like, Jesus. You know, if they should be marketing to gamers. I feel like I don't need to say that, right? Like, I know that I'm obviously biased. I'm both, right? I'm on both sides of this, but I'm telling you right now, the investors aren't going to make a game work. They'll fund the game, but they're not gonna. But that's it. That's as far as they'll go. That game doesn't generate revenue, doesn't generate any kind of the tokens or NFTs. They have zero value if they're not, like, in demand, if nobody wants to play them. So feels really, really basic. So, you know, just like, as an investor, you want to be investing in something that people want to play, and, you know, as a developer, you want to be building something that people want to play. Like, if you yourself as a developer would not play your own game, then just walk away. You know, just walk away. I feel like that should be like the barrier of entry, right? Anyway, gone on some tangents, just some PSAs out there to all you Web3 devs, and, you know, maybe a couple things that, I mean, I don't know. None of this has been Web2 related, so Web2 devs, you guys are doing okay. Just, you know, make more Soulsborne games. Give me Witcher 4 ASAP and Diablo 4, and that's pretty much all I want from you guys right now from the Web2 side. But we'll be in touch if you guys want to hit me up. Web3, please, guys, learn your shit. Stop selling a double A or indie title as triple A, because you're making triple A games sound bad. You don't have any kind of idea what goes into that kind of, like, production. You know, like Avatar 2, Jesus Christ, you can't call it, like, that's not, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the level. You're comparing Avatar 2 to, like, I don't know, a mini clip video of two stickmen fighting. You can't do that. Anyway, that's me. Sorry for the rant. Just hope I educated somebody out there. I hope somebody kind of, like, takes heed and listens to what I'm saying, because I'm just out there for the best. Like, all I want is for the gaming industry to thrive and grow in the right way, and I really just don't want, you know, bad actors and obviously, you know, obvious Ponzi-nomics to keep thriving in the industry, because that's gonna hurt us, obviously. And, like, for me, I'm all about, like, wanting what's best for the industry as a whole. And yeah, anyway, hope I helped you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.